This is today's AEW Dynamite full show results video, which takes place at Wintrust Arena in Chicago, and the show started with a tag team match between Ass Boys vs Hardy Boys, and the result of this match was Ass Boys defeated the Hardys by pinfall with 3:10 to Yuma finishing move on Jeff Hardy, thanks to Bullet Club who helped them. Post-match, Switchblade Jay White and Rock Hard Juice Robinson slide in the ring to beat Matt Hardy down while the Guns look on, and Juice lays Jeff out with a loaded right hook. Absolute Ricky Starks and FTR make the save, but quickly find themselves overwhelmed as well, and then comes CM Punk, and babyfaces stand tall, and CM Punk says if they want to fight so bad they'll make it official and they'll fight their asses on Saturday at Collision. Then we saw a concession stand brawl between Jeff Jarrett versus Mark Briscoe, and the result of this brawl was Mark Briscoe won the match by pinfall with a schoolboy pin. Then we saw a trios match between Action Andretti, Fox, and Darius Martin versus Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara and Minoru Suzuki, and the result of this match was Los Sex Gods and Minoru Suzuki won the match by submission with the Lion Tamer from Chris Jericho on Darius Martin. Post-match, Jericho challenges Sting and Darby to a trios match against him and Sammy and Minoru at Forbidden Door. Sting comes and says he regrets not having some last week, but Sunday he'll have some time for him, and he accepts Jericho's lame challenge. Darby says Chris has made lots of enemies in lots of places and they have just the guy for him, and he'll find out who at Collision. Then we saw Adam Cole in the ring, and he says he understands it's the smart thing to refuse 5 more minutes, but it's also the cowardly thing to do, and if Max wants to be the best AEW champion of all time, he has to fight everyone who gets in his way, and he's never beaten Adam Cole, baby, and he asked MJF for a rematch. Maxwell Jacob Friedman comes and says as far as the rematch goes, he has to say no. Then Tony Schiavone stands up and announced they had the draw for the blind tag team tournament and Adam and Max will be teaming in the tournament, and neither man is happy about it. Hiroshi Tanahashi appears on the Tron to call Max a coward and tells him to show up at Forbidden Door so he can show him the strength of NJPW and the power of the Ace, and MJF is apoplectic and says no one on this planet is on the level of the devil, and Adam calls him a coward again and accepted the challenge. The next match happened between Daniel Garcia and Zack Sabre vs Katsuyori Shibata and Orange Cassidy, and the result of this match was Daniel Garcia and Zack Sabre Jr. won the match by pinfall with a folding press from Garcia on Katsuyori Shibata. Then we saw a match between Kris Statlander vs Taya Valkyrie for the AEW TBS Championship, and the result of this match was Kris Statlander defeated Taya Valkyrie by pinfall with Wednesday Night Fever to retain the AEW TBS Championship. Back from the commercial, Eddie Kingston is in the ring to announce his pick for the 5th member of his team with the Elite at Forbidden Door. He said there have been lots of things he doesn't like and doesn't agree with, and he doesn't like Claudio Castagnoli at all and also doesn't care if he and John have a problem, and then comes Jon Moxley. Moxley says if they stand behind you, protect them, if they stand beside you, stand with them, and if they stand against you, destroy them. Moxley puts hands on him, but Eddie says he doesn't have time for this and announces the 5th man as Tomohiro Ishii and Stone Pitbull come, and Blackpool Combat Club attack Kingston. Ishii slides in the ring, but that damn numbers game is too much. American Dragon Bryan Danielson calls Kazuchika Okada out and says if he doesn't come down he's gonna stomp Ishii's face in, and then comes Okada, but Wheeler Yuta attacks Okada from behind, and Okada ducks the Buseku knee and wants a Rainmaker, but Bryan slips out, and both stares at each other from the ramp to the ring, smiles playing out across their faces, and Danielson says there isn't gonna be any rain cause he's gonna kick his head in, and the show goes off the air.